Hello Internet,
Hello.
welcome to the So You're Being Hunted multiplayer test video. This is Jim and James Big Robot, and we're going to chat a bit about what to expect from the test coming up in the next few weeks.
First, a quick apology about the delay. We promised at the start of our Kickstarter that we were going to release multiplayer after the single player, and that's true, but we hadn't anticipated so much of a delay. We had to get a new developer in to help us complete multiplayer. We're now back on course, and we're ready to release you guys.
Yeah, it's been a tough little road, but the game is now playable multiplayer, and we have a 4-player single map version for the test, which we want you guys to jump in and play and let us know what you think. There are going to be some bugs, but more importantly, we need to tell you about what the game entails.
So it's a 4-player co-op essentially. You start the game potentially working together. There's only enough pieces to get one of you off the island, however, which means that towards the end of the game, when you're starting to get to that place where somebody might escape, you might start to work against each other and sort of disappear and go off on your own separate ways.
Yeah, so there's the scope for co-op and competition in the same game. Of course, you could come to a gentleman and ladies agreement as to who gets off the island, but we think it's more interesting.
We haven't actually seen that yet. Yeah, no, I don't think anybody's actually helped each other out towards the end.
Yeah, it's interesting to see the sparks fly and sort of and watch how people both work to take on the robots and take on each other. Of course, we have had to make a few little changes to the way the game works to make multiplayer more interesting and more dynamic.
Yeah, so there's now a period of time when the stones are active. In the single-player game, you could drop pieces of the stone circle off whenever you liked, but now you can only do it when the stones are active. And what this does is this means that the players are forced into a common area periodically throughout the course of the game, and that creates some tension and conflict when you're not potentially working together.
So you will hear a klaxon and then see a beacon going up from the stone circle. That lets you know that it's active and you can drop off the pieces that you found. Of course, you can also stash the pieces anywhere across the levels, and you can come back to them later. You can play tactically so that you can bring those last few pieces back in a rush at the end. You can also know that others are going to do the same and work out how you're going to set ambushes and prep traps.
But at its heart, it's still quite a cooperative game. So in this case, you can see that we're working together as a group. There's 3 of us here on the hillside. There's myself and Ollie, our artist, creeping through this bit of undergrowth here, and on the hill you can see Jim just running along the ridge to the left. Now he's got a rifle which he's going to use to sort of back us up. Now if you know Sir at all, you know that making a lot of noise isn't a good idea because it attracts a lot of robots from across the island, so we're going to try and be stealthy. So we'll creep up, Jim will be sort of on an overwatch looking out for the robots. He'll take one of those robots down just as we're about to charge in, and that will help us take this piece quietly without causing too much commotion.
Yeah, the same sort of tactics that you'll be seeing in the single player are viable here, but of course it becomes much more interesting when there's a whole bunch of players able to do different things. So the guys here are going to use axes because they're fairly quiet and they aren't going to attract too much attention. The rifle shot will make some noise, but as it's just a single rifle shot and there don't seem to be any patrols around, we should be okay. So here the guys go in now.
Taking the shot, taking one of the guys out. Ollie's going to go and deal with the other guy with an axe. I can grab the piece. We've done it as a team and we haven't made too much noise. Now in multiplayer there are more robots than there are in the single player, so you are going to have to work together a bit more to deal with that threat because there's significantly more threat to you.
Now then, there will be bugs in this. Although we've been working on it for a while, it's reached a stage now where what we really need is mass testing. Lots of people getting in there, checking it out, trying it on lots of different machines. So we need you to let us know how you get on, how you find the game. We've got some threads on the forums that are going to tell you how to report this sort of stuff, how to find your logs, and if you can post screenshots and videos of any other kind of bugs that you find, then that will be massively helpful to pushing this thing forward.
We've also got a guide to help you run your own servers. You'll be able to set up a server, and that will be listed on a server browser so that you can drop in and out of other people's games with admin controls and that kind of stuff. So all that's there as well with a guide to help you getting that up and running so that you can enjoy multiplayer.
Yeah, so have fun and let us know what you think. We'll be looking forward to all that feedback.
Bye.
Bye.